So you're Asim.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're from Patna.
Yes, sir.
Is Patna a smart city?
Sir, I cannot recall this at the moment.
Any other smart cities you can recall in Bihar?
No, sir.
Can you tell something about Smart Cities mission?
So, Smart City is a central sponsor scheme of central government, specifically under Ministry of Urban Affairs. In this scheme, the government is trying to build certain. I mean, they are trying to
Improvise the city?
improvise the city in various aspects like infrastructure and transportation and other things like that.
Why did we see that Bihar could not take the advantage of the liberalization and privatization, and it could not grow in the 90s and early 2000s? What happened?
So the major reason behind this problem was political apathy, I would say, because of various governments. They used to change a lot during the 80s and 90s specifically. So because of that, kind of policy paralysis took place in Bihar. So, and at the same time, the human development indicators could not improve. For example, the economic growth of Bihar during 90s was around 1%, and even in some years it was in negative. So that's why, and at the same time, the population of Bihar was increasing very much. So that is why, because of all these reasons, because of policy paralysis, simultaneous increase of population, and
Is law and order situation also responsible?
sir, yes, because of low development norms apart from Patna, I don't think so that during 90s there was much of development aspect around Bihar. So that is why law and order was also one problem.
You have a hobby of playing basketball.
Yes, sir.
So where do you play?
Sir, I've played in school and I've played in my college.
But you don't play it now so often?
So I don't get that much of time right now, so that's why, sir.
Indian basketball team, is there something like basketball team of India also?
Yes, sir, there is.
But it does not get in news, or it does not perform very well?
Sir, it does. In Asia Cup and in South Asian Games, our team has been performing considerably well. And it has defeated the China team in 2014 also. So I don't say that there are very low performance indicators, but I think the improvement can be a bit more in the team.
Is basketball a part of Olympics also?
Yes, sir.
It's a part. Who won the gold this year in men's?
Sir, it's not USA that I know, but I cannot remember the team.
You also have a hobby of traveling.
Yes, sir.
Are the trains safe to travel while COVID is there, especially the AC trains?
Sir, because of less ventilation in AC coaches, there is a problem of, contamination of COVID. But if you are vaccinated and you are taking proper care, I think it is relatively safe to travel in trains.
Okay. Have you taken the vaccination?
Yes, sir.
There is also talk of Omicron variant of COVID. So what do you know about it?
Sir, it is a mutation of SARS-CoV-2 virus. The spike protein of SARS-CoV-2 has mutated due to, over a period of time, viruses do mutate. So it has developed mutations that are more than thrice or maybe more than that. So that's why it is called Omicron, because there are several mutations with respect to the original SARS-CoV-2 virus.
How is the naming being done?
Sir, I don't know the exact mechanism of naming of the virus.
Alpha, beta, delta?
Yes, sir. Alpha, beta, delta is there. Sir. The number of mutations, it is according to the number of mutations. So, for example, if it is one mutation, it is alpha, then...
No,
okay.
It's based on the Greek alphabets. Anyways, what is the difference between variant of concern and variant of interest?
Sir, the World Health Organization designates the virus according to the type of threat the virus poses. So, in various of interest, the security aspect is relatively less, and in variant of concern, the security aspect of it being a health threat to a particular area or region or a country is more. That's why, sir, one is variant of concern and one is variant of interest.
Okay, last question. Do you see the possibility of a third wave now?
Yes, sir, I do see a possibility of third wave. But,
Why?
Sir, because the virus of SARS-CoV-2, particularly Omicron, as per various experts, it is the virulency of this virus is quite high, and it is also seen that our vaccination mechanisms has been bypassed by this virus. So that's why there is a certain threat of a third wave, sir.
All right. So,
What are the internal security challenges in Bihar?
Sir, there are primarily two type of internal security challenges. First is related to the international border in North Bihar with Nepal, and in the southern districts of Bihar, there is problem of left-wing extremism.
Okay. Given the challenges with Nepal, do you think should we freeze the border, have a closed border like we have with Bangladesh or Pakistan? Will that solve the problem?
Sir, with Nepal, we have a very cordial relation, especially in Bihar. It is said that it is a roti beti ka rishta. So, people of Bihar very well can get into Nepal and vice versa. So, I don't think so that closing the border entirely will cater to the public aspirations at all, because there are various economic ties and relationship ties. So, yes.
Why is it that CAPF or other forces, when they are operating in Naxal areas, they do not have the support of the local population?
Sir, one of the major reason for Naxalism is the development aspect. So the fruits of development have not been reached to these people. So they get easily, their emotions get easily hijacked by the extremists. So, and these extremists portray our forces as a negative force. So that's why, sir, it is difficult.
Of course, you would be aware of AFSPA, right?
Yes, sir.
Given even the recent incident and many more incidents related to human rights and all, many calls have been made to remove AFSPA, including Supreme Court have said so. So what is your view on this?
Sir, I think, sir, the AFSPA should remain, but the implementation and accountability of the forces should increase at the same time.
Okay. What is the view of Supreme Court on this, on the matter of AFSPA?
Sir, I guess there was a case in 2018, and the Supreme Court rejected one plea that AFSPA should be scrapped as an act.
Yes. They said that the rights should be upheld, but yeah, AFSPA should remain in some form or the other. Okay. There was incident in Jammu Kashmir where Colonel Gogoi used a human shield to rescue his forces. He tied a person to a jeep. Are you aware of that incident?
Sir, I'm not aware of that incident, sir.
Okay, fine. We see the problem of drones, use of drones to drop weapons across border, particularly in Jammu Kashmir and Punjab, is increasing. And given that we have a very long border running from Jammu Kashmir to Gujarat, how can we address this issue?
Sir, technological angle in internet security and border management has become a reality in recent times, especially with regard to border management and drones and all. So we also have to develop certain mechanisms that can, for example, radar mechanisms can be deployed to point out if any drone is being used by people of the other side of Pakistan. And sir, we have to also increase our surveillance, particularly in night times. So that's why, sir, the drones and all should be curbed.
Okay. Given the challenge of Naga problem, they have a demand of having their own flag and constitution, after which reportedly they'll give up their resistance. So do you think a separate constitution and flag should be given to them?
No, sir, I don't think so.
Okay, why?
So because India is a union, and a nation first policy should be applicable to all parts of the nation. So giving one part of the nation a particular flag and constitution or something like that can air the separatist tendencies of people of other areas also.
Okay.
So that
one last question. Recently there was incident of a comedian a particular comedian being banned, not banned per se, but not being allowed because he made certain comments which hurt religious sentiments of a certain community. Now there are two views or two perspectives to this. One side says that next it could be you, that anyone can be stopped by such groups from expressing his let's say personal opinion, and the second side is that religious sentiments should not be allowed to be hurt or violated. What is your take on this?
So there is a very thin line between creativity and not hurting religious sentiment. And particularly in India, where most of the people are very religious, sir, it is very difficult to keep such a balance. But at the same time, we should understand that there is a law in this country. So any curbing of any expression, speech, and anything like that should be in a lawful manner. And it cannot be, and the police and the law system cannot give in to pressure of,
Vested groups.
Yeah, vested groups, yes, sir.
So you want to join the CAPF's Armed Police Forces. Do they have a role to play in disaster management as well?
Yes, sir.
Can you give an instance how they contribute?
Sir, the National Disaster Response Force is constituted to cater to the disaster needs, and the personnel in the disaster force is taken from various CAPFs only, and other local state polices also.
Okay. What is the most common disaster in Bihar? Natural disaster.
So flooding is a major concern, major natural disaster.
And what are the reasons?
So the flooding problem is particularly prevalent in northern Bihar. So there are mainly two reasons because of which flooding is a problem. First is that channel aversion of rivers is a major problem, especially River Kosi and its tributaries. They frequently change their channels, so that's why that increases the problem of flood. So second, sir, the infrastructural arrangements that is required to curb flooding in a situation of flooding is very much less developed in northern Bihar because of frequent channel aversions and other developmental shortcomings. So that is the reason.
What do you think is the solution? Because year after year, every year we see that this problem comes, and especially during the monsoon season.
Yes, sir.
What steps do you think are necessary in this regard? And if there are defined steps which can, address the problem, then why do you think the problem still persists?
So the problem of there can be various methods. For example, there can be sensitization methods. There can be infrastructural measures that can be taken. So for example, in infrastructure, there can be construction of dams and bunds around the river channels. In sensitization drives, there can be various creating awareness that we should not build homes around the floodplains of various rivers. So these are some measures. Sir, apart from that, sir, the recurring problem of floods, sir, it is the population of Bihar is too much to handle. For example, even if there are infrastructural measures that can be taken, sir, a lot has to be done and it will take a definite amount of time. So that's why, sir, we have to increase our infrastructural spending and also sensitize the people at the same time.
You said population. What is the fertility rate in Bihar right now?
Sir, according to the National Family Health Survey 5, it is 3.
3. And what should ideal TFR be?
So I don't know about the ideal, sir, but the replacement level is 2.1.
Okay. So the TFR should be above that or below that or equal to?
Sir, it depends upon the population, sir, and the resources available in the region. Yes.
So you graduated from IIT Indore. Do you know what was the vision when IITs were created? What was the vision for creating the IITs?
Sir, the first IIT was created in the 1960s, I guess. During the it was idea of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, I guess. So the vision was that good amount of engineers, and it was a period of technical advancements, and the Mahalanobis model was in the vogue that time. So that's why engineers was required and various research and development aspects was also required. That's why world-class institutions were envisioned so that people of India can educate their, create human resources that would be able to.
So do you think that IITs have lived up to that vision?
So largely, yes, sir. I think so. They have.
Can you elaborate? How do you think that that is the case?
Sir, in research and development and in the technical aspects, certainly IITs have lived up to the expectations. Sir, for example, recently, Mr. Parag, I think, sir, he was appointed as CEO of Twitter. And,
But that's abroad, that's in the US. What about India?
So there are many IITians, sir, who have contributed to various aspects of Indian development. For example, if I'm not wrong, sir, Mr. Narayan Murthy, sir, he is a MTech from IIT, some IIT, sir. So he has also contributed a lot to Indian enterprise and development. And in
Okay.
research and development, sir, there are several programs and various schemes that are being run by various IITs. For example, sir, with regards to cyclone and ocean studies, sir, IIT Madras has been a pioneer in that
Okay.
regard, sir.
So what is this management vertical in Aljosh College West? You have written in your def.
Yes, sir.
What is management vertical?
Sir, there were several verticals. For example, there was one creativity wing, sir, one was outreach wing, and so there was one management vertical which used to identify what type of work was needed, and it was a central point where all other
So it
verticals
was
used to-
basically the operational aspect.
Yes,
The
sir.
management wing looked after the operation. What was your role in the management wing?
Sir, my role, I was in second year when I was given this role. So my role was to identify what sort of work is needed and how it should be dedicated to other verticals.
All
And we
right.
used to have meetings regarding all the processes and all.
All right.
Yes.
So you have studied IC engines.
Yes,
On what principle does an IC engine work? Which cycle?
Sir, there are two types of IC engines. One is diesel engine, one is petrol engine. So the petrol engine works on Otto cycle and the diesel engine works on diesel cycle.
Pardon?
So the diesel engine works on diesel cycle.
Diesel cycle.
Yes, sir.
And how do you think the mobility will change with the advent of hybrid vehicles and electric vehicles?
Sir, the hybrid and electric vehicles are mostly brought with respect to the pollution and climate change effects that IC engines have. So in that regard, it is helpful, sir, the electric engines.
Okay, I was asking from perspective of technology. I mean, what kind of technology do they use? EV vehicles?
So there is no as such engine in electric vehicles. They use power of batteries.
Okay.
And however, the mechanics of a car is the same as in IC engines. The rotary power that is derived from petrol engine, the same rotary power is being derived from electric engines.
All right. All right. Thank you. All the best.
All the best, Asim.
Thank you, sir.